Hi everyone, today I'll be talking about the graphs related to DC generator. Firstly, this is the graph of flux against time, and this is the graph of change of flux against time. From the first quarter of the cycle of first graph, we can tell that the gradient is at its maximum, therefore the induced current is the largest here. And it is a positive gradient, therefore this part of the second graph is positive. When it reaches the highest point, the flux point is at its highest, and the gradient of the slope is 0, therefore the induced current is 0 here. When the graph is dropping from its maximum to its minimum point, the induced current is large as well because the gradient of the slope is large. But it is now going in the other direction. When the graph is at its minimum point, the gradient of the slope is 0, and therefore the induced current is also 0 here. After its minimum point, the graph rises until it reaches 0. The gradient of the slope here is large, and therefore the induced current is large. And it is positive gradient, therefore this part is positive. We can conclude that the graph of change of flux against time is plotted according to the gradient of the graph of flux against time. Next, this is the graph of induced EMF against time. Initially, the armature is vertical. There is no change of magnetic flux and hence no induced current because the magnetic flux of the wire coil is parallel to the magnetic flux of the permanent magnets. So there is no change in magnetic flux. When the armature rotates, the change in flux increases, and this correspondingly increases the induced current in magnitude in accordance to Faraday's law. After rotating by 90 degrees, the armature is now in horizontal position, which means the magnetic flux of the wire coil is perpendicular to the magnetic flux of the permanent magnets. The change in magnetic flux is maximum here, and hence the maximum induced EMF is produced. When the armature continues to rotate, the change in flux decreases. At the 180-degree position, there is no change in flux because it is the same as the initially when it is at 0 degree. And direction of the current in the coil is reversed after 180-degree turn. However, the current flows to the external circuit is still the same as the commutator changes contact from one brush to the other. The induced current achieves its maximum value again when it is at 270 degree. After rotating 360, which is one full cycle, the armature returns to its original position. The current in the external circuit always flows in one direction. This unidirectional current is known as direct current.